Hi, Julie Russo here, creator of Structures of Equality, where we're making sense of number stories. If you're new to structures, they're a reading comprehension tool that helps students better understand math stories. Before we get started, make sure you remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post weekly videos with actionable tips. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified when they're available. One of the biggest challenges teachers and students face is understanding what structure of equality to use when given a math story. So we're going to talk about that today. So this story I'm going to read to you comes from a PD that I delivered, and it says, the bagel shop has 79 plain bagels, 87 cinnamon raisin bagels, and some blueberry bagels. There are a total of 241 bagels. So oftentimes the confusion comes after you've introduced two structures of equality. In the beginning, when you just start teaching parts equal total, they know they have to draw a parts equal total. But you don't want to do that for too long, because then they'll get stuck in their head that every story will require a parts equal total structure of equality. So it's important to introduce a mix of stories that will use a parts equal total or a compare structure of equality. So if they're confused, I'd say go to the anchor charts, which can be found on my website. So I would ask them to read the anchor charts. This compare anchor chart says, use this structure of equality when a story describes comparing two unique sets, groups, or measurements. This poster says, use a parts equal total structure when the math main idea describes taking parts together to form a total or decomposing a total into parts. So once they've read the anchor chart, or I've read it to them, then we go back to the story. I tell them to go back to the story, read the story, and think about what's happening in the story. What's the relationships occurring in the story? So the bagel shop has 79 plain bagels, 87 cinnamon raisin bagels, and some blueberry bagels. There are a total of 241 bagels. Okay, so now, is this story comparing two separate sets? Do we have two separate sets in this story, and are we comparing them? No, we're not. All right. So does this story describe parts being composed to form a total, or a total being decomposed into parts? Students might say it describes both of those situations. So you might hear a student say, oh, I have 3 different types of bagels, and I'm bringing them together to form the total of 241 bagels. A student might also say, well, we have 241 bagels, and we're decomposing them into 3 different groups of bagels. Either way, if the student can articulate that math main idea, then they know that they need to use a parts equal total to solve that problem. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend, or check out other videos I have available on my YouTube channel. For more free resources, join my email list and Facebook community. You can find the links below.